4s, this is your N4M Num B continuation. So what we're going to do today is pie charts. So pie chart shows data split into different categories, okay? Information you will receive is the angle of a slice and the total number of participants. Now, here's a fact. All angles in a circle add to give 360 degrees, so your fraction will be out of 360 degrees. What we're going to do now is draw a terrible pie chart, and I'm going to give you some information about the different types of ways people get to work. Okay, so we have the big circle here, and we've got a car, and that's 180 degrees, that's half the circle. I'm going to give you the walking, that's 45 degrees, and what I'm going to ask you to do is find angle X. Okay, so angle X is just basically taking the two angles away from 360, but you need to be careful about how you do this. First of all, we're going to do the 360 minus 45, and what you find is you get 315, and from that we'll need to take away the 180, and then we get a final answer of 135 for that. Okay, so the questions they're going to ask you basically are, okay, how many people have chosen this? Or how many people have chosen this? Or how many people have chosen this? Okay, so they're just going to ask you to see how many people chose a segment of the circle. Now, like I say, we now have all the angles, so what we can do is work out how many people did it. So the question is, there are 300 people who participate in the survey about methods of transport. How many of them cycle? Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to write cycle equals. Now we're going to have the angle over 360 degrees, so the fraction is to do with the circle. So it's degrees only. And then we times that by the number of participants. Okay, so I'm going to move this right down, and I do apologise, this is going to be at the bottom, but needs must. So the angle we worked out for cycling was 135. So we've got 135 over 360, and then we times that by the number of participants, which was 300. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put that in your calculator, and you're going to get an answer. The great thing about scientific calculators is we have a button for fractions, so we can press that button and we can put in our information. So it's 135, push down, put your denominator in 360, push across, and that's times by the number of participants, which we said was 300. Now, sadly, I've not really thought of this question that well, and we get a decimal as an answer. However, we're going to put it down, 112.5 people, and we'll just round that up in this case to be approximately 113 people. Please pause the video now and copy down question 18 into your jotters. So we're going to do the question now, just drawing out the pie chart. You can see that we have the improved section. Now that's 90 degrees, so I'm putting in a wee right angle sign. Not as good 150, don't know, don't need to know, and the same is 80. And in this question we can see that the total number of participants who took the survey is 240. Now to do the question. So what we're asked to find is how many people chose not as good. So the sum for that is going to be the fraction which involves degrees only. Now the degrees for the angle is 150. So that's 150 over 360 times the number of participants, which is 240. Now all I need to do is simply put that into my calculator. You guys know how to do this. You've got the fraction button, you put in your fraction, you use the direction buttons to put it in the right place, and then you do times by 240. And what you'll get is an answer of 100. So just to finish off the question, because it's a worded question, you might want to write a wee sentence just saying 100 people said that the service was not as good.